In the remote regions of Bumbaret, Rumbur, and Birir in Pakistan, there's a fascinating and unique community called the Kalash. This group, with a population of around 3,000 to 4,000 people, is the smallest ethnic minority in the country. They are notable for their distinct physical traits, such as their rare blue eyes, which are uncommon among Asian peoples. The origin of these intriguing features remains a mystery. Known as Kafir by most Pakistanis, the Kalash stand out in a predominantly Muslim country for their adherence to animism. They celebrate and revere nature, living according to their own traditions and beliefs that are often hard for outsiders to understand. These cultural and religious differences have led to the marginalization of the Kalash, setting them apart from the predominant Islamic practices in Pakistan. Despite often being seen as eccentric within the Pakistani social context, the Kalash are recognized by many as a distinct ethno-religious group, with historical connections suggested even to ancient Hinduism. Throughout the 20th century, the Kalash community faced significant pressure to convert to Islam. Some members did give in to these pressures, leading to their exclusion from the group. However, most of the Kalash bravely resisted conversion, keeping their unique cultural identity alive. This resilience allowed the Kalash to preserve their ancestral traditions for many generations. Unlike the strict Islamic norms predominant in Pakistan, which regulate interactions between men and women, the Kalash promote a more egalitarian society. Men and women study together, participate in the same recreational activities, and celebrate together through singing and dancing. Additionally, marriages in the community are based on love, which is a significant departure from the traditional arranged marriages in the rest of the country. A unique aspect of Kalash culture is the production and consumption of alcoholic beverages, a practice prohibited in other parts of Pakistan. They make homemade wine and a strong liquor that attract many curious tourists to the region. These beverages are highly valued by visitors and contribute to the exclusive aura surrounding the Kalash valleys, highlighting the resilience and uniqueness of this fascinating community. The Kalash culture, known for its rich tapestry of ancestral traditions, celebrates three significant events throughout the year. The Chilam Joshi festival, held in mid-May, welcomes the arrival of spring with a special tribute to the women of the tribe. This is followed by Uchao, which marks the beginning of autumn, and Kamos, which announces the start of winter. These events are marked by abundant dancing and generous consumption of wine, reflecting the vibrant spirit of Kalash culture. Kamos, in particular, is seen as the pinnacle of these celebrations. Access to the festivals is controlled by strict rules and is restricted to adults. Only those who are deeply knowledgeable about local traditions can participate directly. Those unfamiliar with these practices need to undergo purification rituals before engaging in the festivities. One of the most challenging customs requires young men to isolate themselves in the mountains, living close to goats. They subsist only on goat meat and milk, in a rigorous test of physical and mental endurance. Only those who can overcome these hardships have the honor of participating in the festival. Women, on the other hand, are also subjected to isolation during periods of menstruation or pregnancy, following another strict tradition of the tribe. Women are sent to a designated area called Bashialeni, a type of segregated lodging. Women are sent to a designated area called Bashialeni, a type of segregated lodging away from the village, where any contact with family or other community members is prohibited. During this period of isolation, although families provide food, visits are strictly forbidden until the isolation period ends. Only after menstruation ends or a child is born can these women return to society and rejoin community celebrations. Despite the isolation, they play essential roles in rituals, influencing everything from expressions of affection to the dissolution of marriages. This custom reflects the complex social dynamics and deep-rooted traditions that characterize the Kalash community. At the heart of the cultural debate among the Kalash is the controversial practice of women choosing their own partners and eloping with them. By doing so, they initially live with their chosen partner's family. However, this arrangement comes with a condition. 2 months after eloping, the woman must return to her parents' home to celebrate the wedding officially and ceremonially. And in this specific context, if a woman wants to remarry, her future husband must compensate her ex-husband with a monetary amount in gifts, which would be double the original dowry paid. Divorce is relatively common in this community, and if a woman chooses to divorce, the husband must simply accept her decision. This custom is in stark contrast to the more conservative practices observed in Pakistan, where Islamic traditions prevail. Women of this specific social class have considerable freedom in choosing partners and initiating divorces, something that clearly challenges Pakistan's social norms. The Kalash tribe, to which they belong, firmly believes that women should have the right to decide their own destinies, even in a context of strong conservatism. However, it's important to note that these prerogatives do not apply to marriages with people outside the tribe. Kalash women often form romantic relationships with Muslim men, but these unions frequently end due to conflicts with the traditional values of their Muslim husbands' relatives. When they return to their community, they face imminent challenges. They may feel isolated and excluded from social activities, including local festivals. Despite enjoying comparatively greater freedom and being treated equally within the Kalash community, responsibilities are still divided by gender. Women usually handle domestic chores while men do more physical or commercial work. There's also a rule that requires women to wash and bathe away from men. During the Kamos festival, a significant cultural event, there's a rumor that young men, after a period of isolation, are free to have relations with any woman, married or not. However, the Kalash strongly deny this supposed practice, stating that such stories are malicious fabrications by outsiders aiming to tarnish the tribe's image. Why are Kalash women so revered? It might be due to their unique aesthetics that captivate everyone's attention. With their glowing skin and mesmerizing blue eyes, they embody a beauty that many consider mythical. Visitors to their territory often describe the experience as stepping into a magical world, dubbed the Fairy Valley. In terms of fashion, Kalash women are trendsetters, creating styles that even contemporary Pakistani designers try to replicate. They stand out with their colorful headpieces and richly decorated clothing, along with intricately braided hairstyles. It's no surprise they are so highly valued by men. There are many theories about the origin of their striking beauty and distinctive blue eyes. One of the most fascinating theories suggests they might be descendants of Alexander the Great. According to tradition, Alexander the Great and his warriors sought refuge in the Kalash area around 320 BC, leaving a cultural legacy that still resonates today. Their love for celebrations and alcoholic beverages adds to this mystery. However, despite these fascinating stories, there's a lack of solid evidence to back them up. Nonetheless, the admiration for Kalash women remains strong, admired for their distinct lineage and the mysterious depth of their gaze.